You say you was born and raised in Chicago, never lived nowhere else. But you say you wouldn't mind Tennessee?
Yeah, it's a place like Nashville. It's real chill, property cheap, crime low. You know, just somewhere just so you don't have to be worried about watching your back so much.
Were you ever in the streets when you was in Chicago?
Yeah, definitely.
So did you always have a mind frame that you want to go somewhere crime low?
I always wanted to get out the hood. That's every black little guy's. You know, we want to get out the hood. We want to do this. We want to do that. However means necessary. Now, some guys take a different route and they get popped off and go do a little time. Some guys take the other route, and sometimes some guys get through without getting locked up. So, I mean, everybody want to get out the hood. So, I grew up on the low end of Chicago, so I definitely wanted to do different things and do something else. It might took a while, but I did it.
The low end with the buildings?
Robert Taylor, all that.
Any one of your buildings still up?
Nah, they tore all them down.
All of them.
They tore all them down. They moved on over there by Washington Park. Shit, wasn't too much shit better.
What effects did the buildings being torn down do from your perspective when you was growing up?
And they scattered everybody around Chicago. Kind of made the city the way it is now. In the suburbs, they put all types of cats out there in the suburbs. That's why Harvey used to be. Man, you know Harvey used to be good. Harvey is one of the worst suburbs in the damn city of Chicago.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible, man. Like when they did that, it messed up a lot of communities.
Was that around the same time we, I guess you say, lost the structure of the leaders of like the would you say gangs and all that stuff? Or was that after?
I think that was like during the whole process.
It was all one.
It was all one because I think that was right after. When they told the project down, that was right after they locked all the leaders and all the little heads up. And there wasn't no more structure, no one telling nobody on the street what not to do, what to do. If you wasn't getting no structure at home, you definitely got it in the street. I mean, it was just certain things you wasn't supposed to be out there doing. So now, there's no one out there telling them what they're not supposed to be doing. Their parents are not telling them what they're not supposed to be doing, so there's definitely no one on the street telling them what. And then you guys hungry. You talking about guys that ain't got nothing. You talking about guys ain't got no money, know where they go eat, don't know how they gonna get it. Plus they want to get high too. So they do anything and everything just to get home or feed themselves or get some drugs or pop out some money, go get some bras. I mean, anything. They living their life just in a different way.
Yes, you said if you wasn't getting structure at home, you was getting it from the gangs in a sense. A lot of people put a negative connotation on, I guess you say gang banging or gangs, if you will, but a lot of the stuff in our city, at least, it started to create structure for our people. We were getting abused and harassed by the police. Pretty much same thing that goes on right now, just on a different scale. And gangs were set up that way we can eat. Kids, they were having like breakfast programs, lunch programs, stuff like that to feed homes and give structure to homes. But now it's labeled as like a bad thing. You're a gangbanger and you are a bad part of society, when it really started off to help the society, help our people.
Well, that's the same thing as what's going on now. If you really want to think about it, like back then they had more services, they had more like field houses, things the guys can do if they weren't even a part of the game, or even if they were in the game. Maybe they wanted to say, "Hey man, I ain't gonna even get out today. I'm gonna go over here to the field house, play a little ball, or whatever the case." Now, see, it's just the same way. It's just a different route. Check this out. Just what happened with the guy they bringing all the Latinos in. $51 million. Now, you see, this is what I'm saying about black people. See, they pissed off. That would piss any black people off because we've been around here since born and raised in Chicago. Been poor, most of the guys homeless, all types of shit. But as soon as these black Latins hit the streets, they get $51 million. And they ain't never helped us a day in their life.
Well,
The city did nothing. And then they took everything away from us. You talking about the field houses, the neighborhood things to do, the parks, and all. It's just terrible. The parks is a danger zone now.
Man.
You know, it's a war zone. I mean, who goes to the park anymore? You know? But they open it up to daily centers so they can, man, come on. It's just terrible. So that's another thing that's gonna make them angry. And be out here doing more. I don't know how they gonna stop these guys.
I don't think they want to stop it. From my perspective, because it don't take a rocket science to figure out how to stop things.
Right.
So one thing that I kind of say as far as City of Chicago, okay, we act like we don't want guns here. We know they killing each other. We're not taking no action to really stop it. We're putting more police on the street, but they ain't really doing nothing about it. I think riding around with tinted windows, stopping the tinted window thing will help. Because now you ain't got so many niggas riding around with guns in the car, out and ready to shoot whenever. Just all type of, it's just so many different things, so many different ways to solve it. I just don't see anybody taking any action to even try to solve it. It's just, let me pour money on something else. But these niggas over here screaming, we need help. But let me get 51 million over here, the migrants and all this other shit, when it's people living on the viaducts and it's negative 57 degrees outside. It's just so much different shit going on. It clearly just ain't for us. And I don't see us doing nothing for us either. I see us doing something to stimulate the right now, the Friday night, versus us sitting down talking, what can we do to help one another? What do you think was the key thing that made things spiral out of control for our people?
Say that one more time.
What do you think is the key thing? Like, okay, you say the buildings broke down, got tore down, so I say all the chiefs got locked up. What would you think was the biggest blow to our people that messed us up?
Our people?
Yeah, just the black folks. You just talking about niggas now.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good question. Well, only answer I got for that, it started back in the day. Babies having babies. They made songs about this. Because I'm telling you, how you gonna be a kid raising a kid?